Hello, I'm James Lott Jr. This is Daytime Today here on JLJ Media. Welcome. I been asked a lot because this was a show we talk about soap talk in the afternoon. I was asked a lot about what I thought about the Steve Burton situation and the Ingo Radamachers situation regarding General Hospital. Since I have been a part of the story when it broke a few years ago. And so I was going to come on and tell you a couple of things of what I think, because I don't have my regular shows on right now. So this will be the platform that I will just give my opinions and how I see it on here. First of all, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. JLJ Media, YouTube, Daytime Stays on all social media platforms: Twitter, X, Instagram, and Facebook. Follow everywhere. Okay. So as reported, of course, Steve Burton is back at General Hospital, or will be back at General Hospital. Ingo Rademacher, not. Ingo has done a video. Steve has done an interview. So there's all kinds of stuff coming out, right? That 60th special. Thanks for watching my 60th special, by the way. My JH Dirty Deeds review of that. Thank you so much. There's a lot of different things coming out, and so I'm gonna try to do it this way, so that it's kind of like from here to here to here to here, because there's a lot of information going out there. So one, what we know is that um, ABC Disney had a mandate about being vaccinated. They also had a masking thing and stuff, but they had a mandate about being vaccinated to work on their shows. Steve and Ingo both, for their own reasons, and they've stated them out there to the public, why they didn't want to fall into that mandate. Both were released, let go. I say it was it's basically mutual. When your employer says you have to do certain things to work at a company and you choose not to, it's kind of like it's a yes, they let you go. Yes, you left at the same time. You chose to not do your job, so to speak. You do part of your job. So they both were out. Steve Burton didn't say really much. He just went quiet for a while. He was going through some other stuff. Then he was doing his stuff with Bradford Anderson and their own show. They have a Patreon he set up. He's been working out. It's really great. They showed him Beyond Salem too. They showed up, and now he was on Days of Our Lives. So he kind of went on with his life as is and did his job. Well, Ingo's route was different. He decided to um, really fight to speak out on this. So there's two ways you could do this. So he went that way, spoke out against his employers, um, chose to sue, so chose to do things towards his former employers. Now years have passed, and now apparently the mandate, I guess, is lifted, and they're rehiring Steve Burton back. Big announcement at the end of the 60th anniversary. There you go. Day of this announcement. I've been saying for a long time he'll probably be back if the mandate is lifted. Um, Meanwhile, Ingo puts out a video kind of blasting a bunch of stuff, and restating his position. He feels it's a conflict of freedom of speech, and he actually called out some of his coworkers. I'm not going to get to all that. You guys already know. If you saw the video, you know what's going on. But he's not been asked back to the show, and there's no plans to bring the character on anytime soon. And to me, as a business, it's just cut and dry. I don't have gigantic feelings either way about them coming back or not coming back. Both characters were on the canvas and important parts of the Hospital history, that is of Jasper Jacks and Jason Morgan. Um, I stand by this, and I've said it before. I was at People Magazine a couple of years ago. I said it there too. I stand by it. I actually know Steve Burton. Steve is a nice guy. He is funny. He's fun to be around, and he does his work. So regardless you think of his character or his whatever, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, I'm sure they did not want him to leave. Um, but it was a higher mandate for ABC Disney, not General Hospital. So I feel in that case, of course they want him back. He was one of the top people on the call sheet, as they say. But I didn't want him to leave. So now they can pick up and bring him back, and I don't know story. I have no idea what they're going to do and that kind of stuff. That's all something separate. But to me, it's simple. I've had jobs where I left and I came back. I have several times, actually 3 times in my life, where I left the job on some kind of thing, but I didn't burn any bridges, and years later came back. That's natural. That happens all the time. Ingo, on the other hand, he attacked his job employers. I have no idea what he was like on set for people. I have no idea. But I know if you attack an employer, especially you try to sue or threaten litigation or that you anything that's negative towards you, then that's burning bridges. And I'm not surprised that his former employers are not having him back. And he has a page. He has a right to say whatever he wants. He has a right to go on and do whatever he wants. Um, that's how the world works. We have free speech. But to me, it's a business issue, and I personally don't see this as a freedom of speech issue. It's a job issue. I've had jobs where I had to wear a uniform. You can't fight it. That the job requires you to wear a uniform. You got to wear a uniform. When I was a nurse, I had to wear scrubs. When I was a waiter, I had to wear aprons. When I was at this one record store, they made us wear suits. I didn't want to, but they made us do it. You want the job, that's what you do. So to me, it's a total business thing. But I understand people feel they have principles, and you know me, I'm always about fighting. I fight for whatever. I'm always about that. You bring it up, you fight for it, blah blah. So I feel Ingo seems what I'm seeing that he feels he has a principle to prove. That's why he's speaking out, and that's why he's out there. So that's actually my basic feelings of this. Um, Jason coming back, that's just what I mean. There's so many possibilities, but who knows? I think I'm timestamp this on this show. I think the end game is Jason and Carly. For the last 30 years, they've played it. Not me. I didn't write this. I didn't have this. They've played it as every man that Carly was with and every woman that Jason was with were second fiddle to each other. Yes, they fall in love with others and they have relationships. And some of the couplings I've loved. It's great. But through all the Carlys and everything, they literally have made it. They've 10,000 hours of television that support what I'm saying. That they have always made it seem that they're best friends. They come first. And I remember back in the day, I always said that Carly is Jason's first love, vice versa. They think me at Jason Morgan first, and that's her first love. Yes, she was with Sonny, he was with Liz, they got all kinds of stuff. He has kids everywhere and all this stuff, but I don't know what they're gonna do. I hope for a good story, of course. I know Jason will do his best. I know Jason. I know Steve will do his best to sell it. So I'm gonna sit back and wait and see what happens. I'm not gonna speculate or do anything on there. But the situation with Ingo, I have written to him and invited him on my show. But he gets a lot of short messages. We don't follow each other. I follow him. And the reason why I would have him on my show is because that's part of my job. My job is to interview people, ask questions, and let you guys see who they are. And you come to your own conclusions. I know he does have fans. I know he has non-fans. He has both. But I would give him a safe space to talk. I'm not here to I don't attack people. I don't do anything. I'm not as invested as some of you guys are. So I'm here just to report what's going on and let you guys know. So Ingo, if you're watching, if this gets into your hands, come on my show. Come on my show. I will. You're safe with me. We'll talk about it. You can talk about it. Well, I'll ask you questions. We'll talk about it and have a conversation. Because I think above everything else, conversations are important. And I want to know what everybody's thinking. I want to know what everybody's thinking and where they stand, and to make my informed decision. That's just how I am. That's not any side of the aisle. So I just said that. So that's all my thoughts are on this. I said put it in one place so everybody can see this is what James's thoughts are. Of course, I want to hear your thoughts, and you can comment wherever you find the video. For me, I want a good soap. I want good General Hospital. I want to be able to run home every day and be like, I want to see this show. I can't wait till it comes on. I want good writing, I want good acting. Like, there's a phenomenal cast on General Hospital that I know that's there, and we've seen where the writing has been phenomenal, the direction has been phenomenal, production-wise. We've seen it, and we know it can happen. That's all I want for my show. No matter who's on it, who's not on it, that's all I want. Um, so that's my anything on that. I'm James Lott Jr. I'm James Lott Jr. everywhere on social media platforms, and I'll talk to you next time.